Okay, I'm sitting here with Steve Mumford, who's packing right now to go off on a mission. Steve's a combat artist. How long have you been a combat artist, Steve?
Well, I guess I've been a combat artist as long as the war started.
Oh, really?
This is my 5th trip here. It's been a little while. It's been a couple of years since I've been here, since the last trip. I mean, really, I'm just an artist. But if I say I'm an artist, people are like, did you get lost? So I have to explain, well, combat artist, because most people kind of understand that.
Yeah.
Like they remember Life magazine, you know, the old tradition. Of course, a lot of what happens here isn't really combat, but it's more like, you know, missions to talk with sheikhs or whatever, which might be kind of boring on videotape.
Have you ever been drawing and shot at the same time here?
Let me think. Well, I've certainly been drawing while snipers were firing with the men I was with. You know, a bullet never landed anywhere near me, but I've certainly been in situations where the unit that I was with, you know, like the platoon, was under fire, and it's not very pleasant. But usually I try to, if it's something like that, you know, if they're taking cover inside a building, you know, I can pull up my sketch pad and start drawing. These days, if I was outside, I'd be really hesitant to do that just because of the sniper activity and everything. So I might try to dash off a quick sketch and take some photographs.
And what's the gallery you show at again?
Yeah, the gallery is called Postmasters. Their website is postmastersart.com. When I got back from my last embedment, I spent probably about a year and a half working on large-size oil paintings about the war, which I showed at Postmasters, and they have those paintings on the website.
Okay, I can probably grab some of those JPEGs and drop it into the video.
Oh, that'd be cool.
And then, plug it that way.
Yeah.
Now, where'd you go to school?
So I went to the Boston Museum School for undergraduate, and they had, you know, it's funny at school. It was like they were really kind of under the sway of abstract expressionism, and I was drawing realistically at the time. And suddenly it was like, to be a cool artist, you had to make abstract paintings. So I spent probably about 8 years making bad abstract paintings until I finally figured out that what I really wanted to do was to tell stories, you know, with drawing and painting. So then I kind of came back around to narrative painting and kind of the, you know, the tradition of realist painting. Painters that I love are people like Winslow Homer, American artist. And Homer was sent to the Civil War front by Harper's.
Oh, yeah.
You know, before photojournalism really got started. And so he would send back drawings from the front lines. And that's, you know, it was a big inspiration for me.
You think you'll do any work in Afghanistan?
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Everything has to be negotiated with my wife.
Oh, yeah.
Very, very careful.
I see. How about like Darfur or Ethiopia? You ever think of the wars?
Well, I'm not a war junkie, or at least I don't. Some people might say I am, but I don't think of myself as being that way because I have to get back to the studio. And, you know, ultimately for me, the most important work takes place back in the studio, or at least it's as important as this. And if I want to stay married, I can't just parachute into places. In fact, the last trip was about almost 5 months, and I think I just drove my wife over the edge. So this time, we had to go to couples therapy and really work it out like lawyers.
Yeah.
So I got to go back when I say I go back. No more of this, hey honey, I think I'm going to stay another month. I want to get down to First Cab on Haifa Street. I don't think that's going to happen. But Afghanistan is very tempting because the landscape looks so spectacular.
Yeah, I recommend it.
Do you?
Yeah, I spent 8 months there.
Well, so I may do that. But for now, it's the hospital in the green zone where I'm embedding. And,
right, how long will you be at the hospital here?
well, it'll be about 3 weeks to allow for 4 months of travel.
I wondered, 3 weeks just traveling or 3 weeks at that hospital?
No, 3 weeks at the hospital.
Oh, okay.
And, yeah.
I wondered, then, while you're working there, does each person you draw have to sign a release or anything like that? With
You know, I'll find out. Because the last time I was here, there wasn't quite as much bureaucracy. So
I've just wondered about that, because you can't shoot a photograph of somebody in the hospital without, I think, a release.
They'll have to let me know what the ground rules are.
I'm sure they will.
This will be the first time in a hospital in Iraq, and you know, hopefully they'll I mean, they know what I do, so I'm
Yeah.
hoping they'll be cooperative, and
Great.
that won't be a problem. I mean, what I'm doing is I'm sending this stuff back to artnet.com,
Mm-hmm.
and so it's going to be put up on the web, all the
Okay.
drawings that I do here.
So, for people interested in your work, they should just go to artnet.com?
Yes, if you go into the archives from 2004, you'll find many, many illustrated stories that I put
Okay.
up. But this one will be appearing sometime after I get back, anyway,
Okay.
when I finish up the drawings and stuff. Yeah, you know what? For the thing, I'll just flip through
Okay.
some of the stuff I've got here. Let's see. This was in Kuwait. These are where the people are just hanging out, sleeping on the chairs, waiting to get their flight to wherever they have to go.
Mm-hmm. I know it well.
Yep. These are some of the soldiers coming in. Barracks. Here's another one from... Still more people sleeping on benches.
Yeah.
Let me see what else I got here. Oh, then we got some of you guys doing what we do around here best, which is watch TV, waiting
Stripes,
for something to
yeah.
happen. Yeah, watching Stripes, exactly. And, oh yeah,
So you're using just ink and,
yeah, this is just
and
ink.
washes?
It's black and brown ink. This is the guy with the camera over here.
Yeah,
He's
that's
got
me.
a couple of tattoos. And, yeah, but I have some watercolors too, so I often use color as well.
Oh, great. All right, is there anything else you'd want to add?
I think that's about it.
All right, well, thanks for your time, Steve.